Yeah, their post players were physical. I mean, that's to be expected. Playing TCU, they like to play physical. Their bigs are real physical in the paint. They'll bump you, scratch you, pull you. But, I mean, it's all part of the game. I don't really get too frustrated at it. But,
Were you guys kind of waiting for that breakthrough run, though?
yeah, we knew it would come. We had confidence in each other. We definitely knew it would come. But second half, it was kind of where we decided we were going to separate ourselves from them.
Jordan, how did you feel heading into the half, just heading into that second half? Like, what did you guys try to change, and what was working for you?
I feel like they were really aggressive and we didn't respond well at first. I feel like they were pushing us under the basket on rebounds. I feel like we weren't getting off screens as well. And I feel like they were being more aggressive than us, so we knew when we came out we had to be more aggressive with them. We knew that their record didn't reflect who they were and they were going to fight till the end, and so we knew that we had to play our best to win today.
Jordan, what was the key in that late stretch at the end of the third? I believe y'all held them to like one field goal over the last 12 and a half minutes.
I think we did. We rebounded the ball on offense better because we had 0 offensive rebounds in the first half, I believe. And I think getting the ball and moving it around more, I think the zone, I don't think it was affecting us, but I don't think we were being as patient at first. And so I think every time we got the ball to the middle and got it rotated around, we got easy shots so that we knocked down.
Queen, are you aware that Oklahoma and Iowa State both lost today?
You know, I was aware. They told me when I did radio. And I don't like to prey on people's losses, but I will say it puts us in a good situation. So I'm always appreciative of that.
Jordan, I guess with 5 games left, I mean, y'all are in position to win another Big 12 championship. What's the key for this stretch run?
That I don't think you can look ahead. I mean, as he just asked about Iowa State and Oklahoma and everybody who's at the top, you can't discount anybody that's at the bottom or in the middle because anyone could come out on any night and make more shots or make crazy shots. I mean, you saw tonight, like, there's a lot of crazy shots that went in tonight, and it could cost you a game. So I think just playing one game at a time and not getting caught up with just the people who are in front of you or tied with you.
How much fun was it for you guys to see Andrea hit that play? Like going crazy. That was the best thing I saw.
It was pretty exciting. I mean, we love AK. She brings like a lot of energy to the team, and she's never complaining. So for her to get out there and get an opportunity to knock down the shot was exciting for all of us.
We also call her AK because she's a shooter. She won't tell you that, but that's why we call her that.
I thought it might be the initial.
No, we got rid of that one. Yeah, she's a killer.
Thank you.
Don't even know what to say to that.
Thank you.
Always.
Nikki, I'll lead off with the way things fell in the conference tonight. I mean, obviously you're happy to have taken care of business, but what are your thoughts when you look up and see that?
You know, I'm grateful to be back where we control our own destiny. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. When you start 0-2, you know you're going to need help. And so, we've been pretty good since we were 0-2, but you still need help. And now, it puts us back in the driver's seat in terms of controlling our own destiny, not necessarily the driver's seat because we have the easiest schedule down the stretch or anything like that, because I think we've got a tough schedule down the stretch. But, we just have to take care of each game. I mean, that's what it's about, going 1-0. Not looking past the team in front of us. You look at TCU, they played us great for 2.5 quarters, and so certainly at home we're going to get another good test from them. I think they're going to get, probably some confidence from how they played early on, and they're going to look at some of the shots that they got and missed and feel like, if we make those at home, like we'll be in a good game with them. So, we got to focus on TCU. And after TCU, we got to focus on Oklahoma State. And through all of that, we just got to focus on us.
You had said that, that's a team that's capable of putting together good stretches. That's exactly what they did tonight. I mean, you just kind of have to weather the storm, and what was the key to getting out in front?
Yeah, I think, you look at statistically, Lauren Hurd has been a really good player in this league for 5 years now. And they kind of go as she goes, and she made a couple threes early, and, they banked one in, and then they had a three-point shooter bank a driving layup in. And so, you have to weather. You have to, I told our team at one point she had taken a third of their shots. And so, hey, we can't lose sight of her. We can't get so dialed into backside action that we don't understand where the point of attack is. And I thought at times we did a really good job of that, and at times, we didn't. But I thought she made shots and, kind of kept them in it. And so what I'm most proud of is 26 assists and 5 turnovers. We just didn't turn the basketball over. They obviously weren't crazy aggressive against us. They were in a 2-3 most of the night. But it's easy to try to squeeze passes when you want to play through the paint, and so doing a good job of getting the ball moving and then getting it inside. Obviously, the difference in the game was our point paints and how much we dominated in the paint.
You had 2 key runs in this game, one of them when you're down 8 and one of them when you're up 3. Was defense a similarity in both of them?
Yeah, I mean, that obviously for us, I know we've talked a lot, since I got here about a different offensive philosophy, but the reality is, I was a defensive coordinator first. So defense matters. I mean, players know that they've got to compete at the defensive end, and I'm going to get on them harder for defensive mistakes than I am for missing a shot or running a play wrong, which does drive me crazy. But I think it's getting stops. I mean, when we got rebounds and we got out in transition and we were playing with numbers, and it's easier to post feed in transition. It's easier to attack gaps in transition. So even though we didn't have like all these fast break points until the very end, when you get in number situations, when the defense isn't set, it makes it a lot easier to get to advantages.
Nikki, what are the pros to a back-to-back, and what are the cons?
I think the first of all, the con, especially in a game that you win by 25, is making sure they understand that it's a new game, and you don't get to start with the 25-point lead in the second game and do some kind of aggregate scoring European ball stuff. So you have to show up and compete, like you lost the game, quite frankly. The advantage is the game plan's in. You just tweak it, So from the perspective of it allows us to take tomorrow off, which obviously with the numbers we have, this team badly needs. And then get a good practice in on Friday, tweak some things, make sure where we may miss defensive assignments or where the holes were. And, I thought we did some really good things against their tandem zone that kept them out of it, that can be more of aggressive zone for them. And so, how do they tweak? Because they played 2-3, they played tandem 2-3, they played 3-2. They played a little bit of man, but not a whole lot. And we scored pretty easily against their man, so I'm going to anticipate more varieties of zone.
Speaking of depth, Caitlin was wearing some sort of flashing light back brace.
She always does, though. She's an old woman. And I don't think there's any doubt that the wear and tear on her body over her career and the fact that she takes charges and near charges and runs through scorers tables and things like that. But her and Sarah both keep their backs warm with that. It's nothing. But, I wasn't sure if I was going to get her in at the end again because she'd sat for a while after she went down. But, when Liz got her double-double, it was a chance for me to get her out.
Was anything in particular they did to stay in it as long as they did?
Well, we did a really good job. Not that this is going to mean a ton to everyone in here, but they run a lot of Princeton elbow action, and we did a good job denying the elbow. And so they really didn't get to any of the action that they run most of the time when you play soft. And so, because of that, they just got into middle ball screen after middle ball screen after middle ball screen. They flattened it out. They were low. And when Lauren can get downhill and up and under and kind of do stuff like that, they just put pressure on the rim on you. So I thought we did a pretty good job on her. We were great on their rollers. We've just got to make her at times a little bit more of a passer.
Saw the bench explode. Did you get excited when AK, the shooter, that's her first points?
Oh, every walk-on's different. Like, some kids, can't wait to get in and get shots up. And then some kids just don't like to be the center of attention, and it feels like you're the center of attention. AK's not afraid to get it up, though. So, she almost went 2 for 2 because that first one was in and out. And, when they were in a zone, I just thought, we ran an action, and I wasn't sure she'd even know how to run it, to be honest with you. But she ran it right and got that first one and missed. But she's capable of making threes. I think going from high school to college at first, when we first got her, the difference in the high school and the college 3-point line, kind of got her. I think it's why the corners are a little better for her. The only worry in the corners is she took 2 threes that she didn't step out of bounds. And in practice, I would say 8 out of 10 shots, she's out of bounds when she steps into them just to get it up there. So I was just happy that we didn't get turnovers or with her stepping out of bounds.